Why doesn't Batman just shoot Joker in the face and get it over with? Well, if he did, there'd be no more Joker stories. I mean, granted, they'd probably bring him back, say he's a demon, and the Joker spirit will inhabit another body or something along those lines. Something stupid like Friday the 13th, Part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, or just simply titled Jason Goes to Hell. But the evil will carry on, and so you just keep on killing people, killing people, killing people till the Joker is in the body of a child, very much like how the Red Skull from Earth X, it's a kid. Cat America, oh no, you're gonna have to fight a kid and kill a kid and all this and that. But at the end of the day, the reason Batman doesn't kill, other than the shifting tides, getting away from the ripoff of the Shadow that the Batman was. Batman is not an original character. Batman is an amalgam of pretty much everything popular at the time. It's spy, like James Bond, Man from Uncle was popular. Boop, there you go. The Shadow, Lone Ranger, the Bat, and these things. And at the end of the day, this character is based off other characters, and these. I mean, you can enjoy them. And I've enjoyed some Batman stories, but at the end of the day, Batman stories, the ones I enjoy, the ones that are more over the top, they're kind of stupid. The Dick Sprang stuff, the more cartoony, something you would probably equate to like the Adam West style. And the reason is the more serious you get with Batman, the stupider he gets. Not that jumping around on giant typewriters and giant musical instruments, oh, that's stupid. But what's more stupid is this character just repeats the same process over and over and over again. Lock up a bad guy gets out, kills more people. Lock him up again, bad guy gets out, kills more people. And I'm not going to kill him because that's wrong. No one dies on my watch. How many people are in the world of Gotham, in the world of Batman? Gotham City is not getting better. The cops are inept, if not corrupt. Even with Commissioner Gordon, they're they're inept at the very least. They can't handle Joker toxin going through the water and Laughing Fish and Riddler's whatever plans throughout the city and Bane running amok and all this and that and the League of Assassins, what have you, all that. They can't handle that. And the fact that Batman exists is bringing all this trouble to Gotham. There's going to be trouble no matter what. But he just escalates. It's like adding gasoline to already burning fire. Then, hey, let's start adding some thermite. Let's start adding, whatever. This idea that Batman not killing because it's the moral thing. No, it's like, well, we want to make him more palatable to, kids, more friendly to marketing. If Batman's going around with a gun shooting criminals in the face, especially the super criminals, we're not talking about some guy jaywalking. We're not talking about running him down with the Batmobile, or crippled, breaking his legs. Maybe kick him in a shin, like, hey, don't do that. Especially if you're jumping out in the middle of traffic, you cause a pileup. But at the end of the day, the reason it doesn't happen is because of money. Also because they have to either come up with better characters, newer characters. That's why like the Shadow was like killing all his bad guys. They weren't worried about, well, we got to bring this character back. They how many people, if you go to a convention, how many people you see dressed up as Joker? A variation, mostly the film versions, but you see people dressed up as Joker for some reason. It's like, wow, I'm going to dress up like a rapist, murderer. Yeah, that's cool, right? Yeah. It's like, what is wrong with you people? First off, the Harley Quinn thing as well, like a character that's just nothing but, abused woman. Oh, but she's got girl power. I'm like Paul Dini's wet dream. There's some weird stuff going on. I used to like Dini and Tim, not so much anymore, but Batman not killing, in the logic of that world, it's when they bring it up, it's like, well, perfect example, Under the Red Hood, the movie and the comic, the Judd Winnick comic, and Jason Todd being like, well, why didn't you kill him? Why didn't you just take him out? And it's like, I'd be just bad as them. It's like this idea of moral superiority when how much suffering goes on in Gotham on a daily basis. How many people are like crying out in terror? How many people are just like, I want to go to work, I want to get home safe. It's like being through the summer love of 2020 where everything's burning and rioting and everything like that every single day in Gotham. And worse because it's like, smoggy and overcast and everything, like, depending on who's illustrating, who's writing it. Very gothic, hence the name. But, you know, I'm pretty sure there's this superhero. Well, he's not. Batman's a crime fighter. I don't call him superhero because he doesn't have superpowers. He's got money. That's not really a power. That's just the ability to, but to just have unlimited funds. But at the end of the day, like, is Batman making their lives better? Would he make their lives better if he was shooting these criminals in the face? Maybe actually putting some real terror. It's like, like, oh, I got all this martial art experience, and I studied with Karigi, and oh, I went all over the world, and I did this, and I'm not only the best detective ever, I'm the best martial artist ever, and I can take down anybody. But you can't actually stop crime in Gotham. You can't make the people's lives better. Even if he was out 14 hours out of the day, fighting crime, fighting evil, being a crime fighter, how much is he actually changing? How much is he actually improving? Because change can be, hey, I found, I got a raise at work, or oh, you got lymphoma, or something along those lines. Change is nebulous. It can mean one thing or another, but improvements of the society, improvements of Gotham, improvements of the everyday lives of people. I'm not as necessarily advocating that Batman or anyone should just go around and just eliminate criminals in a violent means via a firearm or any kind of deadly weapon. But in the world of Gotham, in the world of Batman, the world of the DC universe, where all this horrific stuff happens, not permanently solving the criminal problem just by throwing them in the Arkham or Blackgate just makes you actually worse than the criminal themselves, because you could stop them. It's like, why aren't some Gotham GCPD cops like, I'm tired of this? Like, Batman's hauling a Joker and he just comes up, boom, and right in the back, shoots him in the head. And, like, that cop's probably going to have, like, criminals after him as well. But, hey, there's a good story to explore. That's what I was kind of hoping for Batman White Knight when I heard about it. I was like, oh, it's going to be like Batman. It's like, you know what? Why am I bother arresting anybody? It's like, I'm no longer arresting. Hey, you can't do this. It's like RoboCop. But, I think the story's probably out there, but I'm kind of Batmaned out for the most part. I mean, you could bring in the best artists ever, best writers, great concept. I just don't care anymore. But there you go. That's me rambling on about that. Thank you for listening, and have a good one.